Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to my stream. Welcome to my very special World of Final Fantasy XIV stream. I've been wanting to do a stream like this for a real long time, especially now with the hype behind Final Fantasy XIV, new players coming in, and all that good stuff. I've been wanting to do a stream like this for a while, and as luck would have it, last week I finished playing Halo 1. So, like, what I originally am planning to do is every Friday we play Halo on this channel. But I finished Halo 1, and the final level in Halo 1, it got me super spicy last week when I streamed it. So check out the final hour last Friday's stream for that. You will see how pissed off I was getting at the AI, and because it just kept respawning, and I was playing on normal, and I was like, what the hell, why am I dying constantly? Like, I died like 20 times or something like that. I was getting super spicy. That's a great Muto would say. And so I was like, damn, I need to do something else before I do Halo 2. And so I told Shannon from the Game of Nerds, I was like, okay, this Friday we're going to do a Final Fantasy XIV kind of like deep dive and talk about the world of Final Fantasy XIV and all that stuff and what it means to me and why I feel so connected to this game. And she was like, all right, cool, we'll do that. And I'm like, fine. Good. Thank you, Shannon, for that. So next Friday we'll be back on normal schedule and we'll be playing Halo 2, and then if I finish Halo 2 in a couple of weeks, we'll be back here with more Final Fantasy XIV. But anyways, tonight, you guys, this is actually the first time I'm doing something like this. Normally, whenever I would stream Final Fantasy XIV, it would be because there's always something to do. Like, originally I was doing the Nair raids every Sunday, and we ended up finishing that, and then I was like, alright, I'm going to do leveling, roulettes, and all these other things, you know? All these other things that people typically do when they stream Final Fantasy XIV. And then I realized, why don't I just deep dive into the game and talk about my experiences playing the game for over a decade? Because I've been playing this for a decade, you guys. I have the experience for that. And really, like, telling people why I love about this game. Sell you guys on the idea of Final Fantasy XIV if you never played it. And if you guys stop playing Final Fantasy XIV, I'm looking at some of you guys, maybe you guys could come back and join me on this new adventure that we're about to undertake in Endwalker, which comes out in November. Unit Ping, thank you so much for the resub. Gratitude, thank you. Love it. And hopefully you're still there. And then like, I want to talk about, like, why is Final Fantasy XIV eclipsing World of Warcraft? Oh, damn, I just stopped my thigh. I'm wearing shorts. Ow, that kind of hurt. But why Final Fantasy XIV is eclipsing World of Warcraft. But before I get into that and get into anything else, really, we do have to address the elephant in the room. And I have an elephant statue, like, right there, so I'm going to address the elephant in the room. No, I'm just kidding. And the whole Activision Blizzard thing, the sexism stuff that's going down over there, it's I was gonna talk about World of Warcraft, but then all that shit happened in the past 2 days, and I feel like right now is not the time. It's not the time to actually truly address it on the stream, because we're here to celebrate Final Fantasy XIV, not talk about Blizzard, not talk about Activision. We're here to talk about the greatness of Yoshi P, Square Enix, the resurgence of Final Fantasy XIV, and also my history with the game. That whole World of Warcraft Blizzard thing, that's probably just going to be a YouTube video a couple days from now, where I'm really going to just talk about that. So, Final Fantasy XIV, you guys. Let's get into this deep dive for the next couple of hours. And so Final Fantasy XIV originally started as a failed MMO. It was a failed MMO. It was Dead on Arrival, basically. It came out in 2009. And I still remember, damn, I don't have my PS3 games here, but I still remember on the back of the PS3 copy of Final Fantasy XIII, not on the back, but like on the back of the instruction booklet, there was an ad for Final Fantasy XIV in there at the time, and also a code that if you apply to your Square Enix account at the time, you could get into the beta for Final Fantasy XIV. And I did all that, but then I never got into that beta, that 1.0 beta for Final Fantasy XIV. And so the game released, and it was out on the PC, and I was like, alright, cool, it's out on the PC, and then eventually it's going to come over to the PS3 at the time. And it never did. Why? Because Final Fantasy XIV was dead on arrival. Like, it was legit crap. It was a crap MMO. And, like, they try to do so many different things that were way different than Final Fantasy XI, and at the time, World of Warcraft. and other MMOs, like what the other MMOs were doing. Final Fantasy XIV was like, yo, we're gonna do something completely different, and we're gonna like torture the player basically. And there's graphical hiccups, there was like glitches, bugs, crashes, like the whole leveling system was bust as well, and it was just a mess from both a technical standpoint, a gameplay standpoint, and just a actual game standpoint in terms of like an MMO. And it sounds familiar, doesn't it? Because that's what's going on with Amazon's New World beta that's going on right now. So hey, history repeats in a weird way. And so they basically Square just basically took the game out, shot it, killed it. Basically, they killed it. They're just an in-game story of a meteor crashing, destroying the world and everything. And they killed it with an in-game story. They shut down the servers and everything. And then it was about 3 years, they rebuilt the game up from the ground. From the ground up, they rebuilt it. And we had Yoshi P, or Yoshida, as he's known. Nakoi Yoshida is his actual name, but everybody in the game calls him Yoshi P. So, Yoshi P, if you're out there, heart shape for you too. If he's watching this. And so Yoshi P was tasked to create an MMO that works. And it was one of the biggest things he had to ever do, and it was like his first major project for Square as well. He was the director and the producer now for Final Fantasy XIV, and he set out to make a good MMO. And by that is like he played World of Warcraft, he played these other MMOs, and he was getting ideas. He's like, okay, we're gonna do this, we're gonna take some from here, take some from there, bring some from here into the game. And he ended up delivering a game that at the time wasn't revolutionary for an MMO, but it was better than what it was originally with the original Final Fantasy XIV. And also it was a game that you could tell there's greatness there, but it took some time. It took some time for it to be even greater. So, for a lot of my friends, you guys, a lot of my friends who have played the game, but haven't gone through it all the way, you guys actually stopped before the greatness kicked in Final Fantasy XIV. You guys stopped at the very beginning, near the beginning of the game, which is A Realm Reborn. That's like where the building blocks of the game is all presented to you. Like, the building blocks are there, but everything goes Wrath of Khan from Heavensward onward. Like, things just escalate in terms of story, narrative, gameplays, and also just the community and where you can go and the worlds you can see. Like, you literally go to other worlds in this game. And so, oh man, I'm like sweating here. Why? Because I'm very excited about the stream, and I also got this giant ass light right in front of me, and it's just like the heat. But anyways, so it took some time, and then once Heavensward came on, the greatness was starting to be noticed. We started noticing, like, but it was mostly only just Final Fantasy fans were noticing, like, oh shit, this is a great Final Fantasy game. But a lot of MMO fans didn't truly click with it, if that makes sense. Like, they were just kind of like, we'll go back to World of Warcraft, or we'll get DC Universe, or what other MMOs were out there at the time. This is like around 2014-ish. And then the wheels started turning more. Like, those who stuck with it were equally rewarded with what was going on inside the game itself. You got new content, you got a producer, a director who actually listens to the crowd. He listens to his audience, listens to his players, and he actually actively communicates with them all the time on social media, either with a blog post or just on Twitter, Instagram, whatever. He'll instantly like connect and try to communicate with his audience, and I love that. Like, it's almost Kojima levels in terms of interacting with his player base. And then we had Stormblood. Stormblood was like the start of a whole new saga, basically. Well, it was more of the same saga, but it was like a new side of it, a new spectrum of it. You went halfway around the world, and you fought a war and everything. And then the greatness started happening. Shadowbringers. Shadowbringers is where it basically went Avengers Infinity War in terms of scale and scope and how the reaction was for the game. And people were like, holy shit, every time going through the story. And so it was a it was like a gradual shift to greatness. And then Shadowbringers came out. The story was universally praised, and it's considered one of the greatest Final Fantasy stories of all time. And that's not just me saying it, but like actual like publications and other people you go and talk to who have played Final Fantasy XIV and other Final Fantasy games. They will tell you that Final Fantasy XIV's current story is one of the greatest Final Fantasy games of all time. It takes some time to get there. You have to go through A Realm Reborn, you have to go through Heavensward, Stormblood, and then you hit Shadowbringers. And now in November we're going to get Endwalker. Endwalker is going to be the culmination of a 10-year story, and that 10-year story is almost told like an Avengers Endgame event, and hence the term Endwalker. And we're actually going to the moon. So hey, to the moon! No, get your Dodge coins ready, you guys. We're flying to the moon. And so now I've been talking to a lot of my friends who have been playing World of Warcraft, and they are saying that in just the World of Warcraft, I'm talking about that only, I'm not talking about everything else that's all that other mess happening, but the actual World of Warcraft game. And people are saying that, oh yeah, we've got directors and producers who aren't listening to us, and like there's no new content and all that stuff, and everyone's migrating over to Final Fantasy XIV. So if you guys are a World of Warcraft refugee and you're coming to Final Fantasy XIV for the first time and you're watching my stream, welcome. And so, and then we also have like those World of Warcraft streamers like Awesome Gold. Is it Awesome Gold or Awesome Bald? I don't know. But those prominent World of Warcraft streamers are like not playing World of Warcraft anymore on the streams, and are moving over to Final Fantasy XIV. And if we have such an influx of players now, it's pure insanity. It is pure insanity. The game. You guys will probably see me struggle to get inside the game tonight. Like it's like about like a 1 minute wait, give or take. And so that's enough preamble for me right now. Now we're going to actually dive into the game, and for those guys wondering, I'm playing this on the PS5. This is the PS5 version of the game, so things are going to look super smooth and fast. And also, you guys can play this on Steam, PC, Mac, PS4 as well. So, before we ever get into it, I am going to hype up you guys with a video. A video, yes. This is the video that if I watch this, anytime I watch this, I am legit hyped. This is the Shadowbringers cinematic trailer. You guys can find this actually if you just stand still and don't press anything on the main menu. This will play. Enjoy, you guys. There is another trailer. It's the Endwalker trailer, but that's not going to be in here until much later.
How many years have come and gone since that day? How many years have I waited for this moment? Stood alone against the storm. For the one they called.
I fucking like this.
The warrior of light.
What you're hearing right now is the main theme for the current Final Fantasy XIV. It's called Shadowbringers. Like, that's what it's called because the expansion names that. What's actually funny is that this does not spoil anything in any way. If you're just playing a Realm Reborn, this does not spoil that whatsoever. But it gives you a lot of questions like, oh damn, I should probably keep playing a Realm Reborn to get to this point.
sayest thou, Master Matoya? We may accept this fate, or defy it, but we cannot deny it.
Deny? I'm wont to run from my troubles.
I love this part.
Until our friend returns, I will hold the line.
So, if you guys heard it loud, but that was actually my parents watching.
This town certainly has changed, and not at all for the better.
Dagrid!
I'm not going anywhere. I promise you, Infilia.
So, this right here, I'll explain this little scene right here, this little town scene, in a couple of minutes. But the VR are in the game now, in case you guys are wondering how this connects to Final Fantasy XII. I'll explain that more later on. And then you guys probably see that main character who's getting his ass booked by the angel, right? That is a proxy, a stand-in for your character. So your character is basically fighting God, right?
Tragedy, greater even than the seventh umbral calamity, must be undone.
Oh yes, step on me, damn it.
If history must be unwritten, let it be unwritten. Become what you must.
Hey Max, welcome. Here you go. You should have got that last credit.
Warrior of darkness.
So the poster child for Shadowbringers is actually the Dark Knight. The whole Warrior of Darkness concept, it just has very true Final Fantasy concepts in it. Warrior of Light, Warrior of Darkness, the crystals, all of that good stuff. Now, get into the game. Connecting to data center, hopefully the game is running and didn't crash. Hey Max, how are you doing, man? And you know, if you're still here, thank you so much for earlier on that sub. And also, Weary Traveler, Nate on Wheels, thank you guys so much for the follow a couple days ago. Thank you. I wasn't on, but thank you for that follow. So, there's my character. She is a monk currently, and I'll explain why I'm a monk right now. It's because one character in this game can be all the other classes at any time, as long as you're not in combat. Now, we'll load in, and by the time I walk in, probably a bunch of my friends are in the game. Like, oh yeah, Ed. They call me Eddie. Eddie, in her. Nice, Max. Nice. I hope the call went well. You guys caught up and everything. Are you still on your own for a while? Are you on your own right now, or did your wife come back from her trip? Ditto. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Ditto over here. He's actually a part of my free company. Or in Final Fantasy XIV, we don't call guilds. We don't call free companies. Actually, let me rephrase that. So in Final Fantasy XIV, all guilds are called free companies. There you go. And Ditto over here is actually part of the what? What? Ditto what? Ditto, I've never felt so betrayed in my life. How? What? So you guys can see it, but where my camera at is over here is actually the chat. So you guys won't see their little chat bubble thing popping up. Let's see, we got some people here. Oh no! Ah, kiddos. Yeah, if you guys hear that loud clicking sound, that's my old keyboard that I upgraded from. Ah, Kinky! Kinky, do I have you on my friends list? Let's see here. Okay. Yes! Okay, I got you on my friends list, so you can join me if you want to. On stuff. Okay, so Kinky just sent me a message. So, Ditto over here is Kinky. Kinky is Ditto, you guys. Keep that in mind for the stream. So, here I am in Final Fantasy XIV, and I'm a monk right now. But I'm going to switch over to my main class, which is Samurai. There we go. Actually, you know what? I'll just be Gunbreaker. I like that big ass gunblades with her. So, this right here, ladies and gentlemen, is the starting town for Final Fantasy XIV. In terms of how you progress in this game and where you go from here, you start small. You start very, very tiny in terms of what your role is in the world. You're just a traveler, you're an adventurer looking for the next big thing, looking for something to sustain you for a while. And so you end up going to one of the 3 starting cities. This is Gridania. Illidan is another city in the southern continent, or southern part of the continent, and then Limsa is an island full of pirates. Gridania is more like the Lord of the Rings, elves, and foresty shit that you kind of like you're used to for high fantasy concepts. The way you get to these cities, ladies and gentlemen, is actually dependent on your class, your starting class. So if you're a bard, a lancer, a conjurer, you start off in Gridania. If you are a marauder, a arcanist, and a... Fuck, I forgot the last one. It's not rogue, not rouge. So there's another one. There's another one for Limsa, but if you start in those 3, you go to Limsa, and then in Illidan, if you're a gladiator, pugilist, or a black mage, or they call it a really Kinky, Ditto. They call it a really weird name in here. It's God, I can't even say the name. It's like Thermage, Thermamage, something like that. And so you'll start off in Illidan. And don't worry, if you don't like the class you are, you guys actually go out and get a new class and upgrade that, level that up, and you can still be the same character. So you never need to recreate your character whatsoever in this game. Yes, that. I never knew how to pronounce that, did I? God, I can't even say it right now. Thaumaturge? Because they never say it out loud in voiceovers in the game. Thaumaturge. Yo, you just got me. I could break TOS if I continue anymore. It's great to see you here, though. Great to see all you guys. So, Max, your wife came back, then she left again, and then she's gone for about 13 days. Oh my god, are you okay, dude? Are you okay? Are you holding up well? Let me know. I'll keep you company tonight. And so what I want to do, I want to show you guys the opening world, opening town. So some of my friends have started off in Gridania, which is this. It's a major crystal. It looks like Lord of the Rings. You can see a lot of new players running around in this town. It's all foresty. There's this. You got water. You got rivers. Lord of the Rings. Straight up Lord of the Rings, ladies and gentlemen. That's the best way I could put it for a lot of my friends. And it's kind of... honestly, it hits a nail on the head, really. This is basically the most Lord of the Rings town in the entire game. Oh my god, Max. Hey, at least you're getting some leather into you, okay? Some beef into you. I'm sorry, though. Sorry you're eating your shoes. Hopefully you have a nice pair left over. You know, save it for like a fancy dinner one day. This is the market, you guys. So we have every major town will have a market. This is kind of like inside a building, so it kind of looks like a mall, really. But this is very small, very, very small right here. So this is actually the map. So you guys, before I dive any further, I will show you guys the map, the actual world of Final Fantasy XIV. So this is the world. This is the world of Final Fantasy XIV. You guys can see it off in the corner, and you have Odon right down here. And then I scroll up, we are actually right here, the Black Shroud, the Force. It's very Lord of the Rings, Gridania. And then over here is Limsa, which is the land of the pirates, land of boats and water and all that stuff. And then over here is another city called Ishgard. A lot of my friends have never seen Ishgard, believe it or not. They stopped just before finishing A Realm Reborn, or like that. And then Garabania is also a new area that is in Stormblood. It's the easternmost region, or Alamigo, as we like to say. And so that is the current world map for starters. Then let's see, let me just scroll here. Oops. Oops, I don't know why I'm jumping. Let's see, teleport. No, that's not. Ah, damn, I'm fighting the controls. I want to click on this thing that says Far East. That makes sense. There we go. So, the Far East right here is stuff that's in Stormblood as well. These are two other countries. Well, actually it's just one country. It's, Doma. That's what it's called. So there you go, that is another country, and then there's a whole nother world, you guys, right here. Norvrand. Norvrand is a totally new world in the game, and I'll show you guys later on. So, right around here, and then I'm going to actually travel to Odon. Odon is actually a town that looks very similar to Final Fantasy XII. There's a reason for that. And hopefully I can show you guys the Final Fantasy XII area in here, but that is something that is only a raid. So, this is Odon. Some of my other friends have started off here. This is the very Agrabah type location, as you can see. The sun's about to set, so we're about to see some night stars and stuff. And if you guys see all the decorations over there, we're actually having a seasonal event where we're actually in a casino and the Golden Saucer, and we're making money. You know, we're actually gambling away all day, all night to make money to buy a car that comes out in September. I already have the car, so I don't need it. Kinky, do you have your regalia? So this is Odon. It's two sections as well, outside and inside section. The inside is actually a clusterfuck, and I get lost in it. I've been playing this game for 10 years, and I get legit lost going inside. So, you guys will understand why. Like, I will have to pull up the damn map and be like, where the hell am I going? Like, still to this day, I've been playing this since the PS3 version of the game. And I swear to God, I still get lost. I'm like, where the hell am I going? Am I going the right way? Is this the correct way to get to the Goldsmith Club? I don't know. I have to pull up the map every time. So this is the inside. Anytime you guys see a character like that with a green leaf on their head, that means they're a brand new character. They're very brand new. They're probably playing the free trial, or they came from World of Warcraft, or something. They're just a totally brand new character that does not go away until you reach level 80 and you put a couple of hours into the game. Or you can manually get rid of it. But every time you manually get rid of it, it comes back again. Every time you log back in. Oh shit, I'm lost. See. So we're gonna go this way, and we're gonna head off to the market. So in here, you don't just have classes to fight. You also have classes to craft and gather items, and that also adds to your classes. So for me, you guys, if I go to edit search info, you see all my classes right down here: Gladiator, Marauder. Like those, if there's no number on it, I never actually went and unlocked it. However, I have a Dark Knight at 80, a Gunbreaker, which is the Gunblade user, at 80. I got an Astrologian, that's my healer, at 80. And then I got my Samurai at 80. I got my Dancer at 80. I got my Red Mage at 80. So I'm pretty well versed in the game in terms of like different combat styles. And then I have other classes like Monk, Ninja, Bard, Machinist, and even Blue Mage too. Blue Mage, and then my Summer class. Summer and Scholar classes that I'm upgrading as well. I'm leveling up. And then, of course, yes, I do have one crafting class, one crafting gathering class, and that's fishing. Okay? Because I tell you something. Fishing here is fucking addicting. When there's nothing else to do and you're out fishing, it is an amazing feeling, just you in the water just fishing and just trying to level up, because it's one of those weird things where like I'm just fishing and I don't realize like 3 hours went by. And, like, it's the same feeling for a lot of people who are lumberjacks. They go and they cut trees, they're cutting wood, and you don't even realize like 3 hours went by and you're just like, what the hell am I doing with my life? And so over here is Odon's Market, ladies and gentlemen. It's a bustling market scene, basically. so many people come to Odon every day. Kinky, is it true that the market board is actually divided amongst the 3 cities? Like, so if you sell something, you can sell in Odon only, and then if you sell it in Limsa, it's only Limsa kind of thing? And of course, you tell that person who loves to jump right there. That's the universal sign of agreement, of disagreement, of fuck yeah, I'm going to join you on this party or whatever. Jumping is that universal sign right there, you guys. We just jump. So, now I'm going to actually go to Limsa. And you guys can see the parts. And Limsa, holy shit, it's packed like hell. See, there you go. Did it right there, Kinky. Explain it right there. So, whenever you sell something, it's specific to whatever city you're selling it in. Oh, but now it doesn't. Oh, pause for check. Wait, give me a second. There's the hydrate. I got get straight on my back. So this is Limsa. This is the pirate town, you guys. Anyway, let me just remember something. Okay, so we got Arcanus here. If I go up one, we have the Marauders right here. These are the axe users. The guys who want to play Skyrim, but they're stuck playing MMO. And then we have... Was there another class? I think it's the Rogues. The Rogue. Rogue. Right here. Rogues Guild. I always felt like there was another class in here. But... So, in here, Limsa is kind of like a hub. Like, almost like a central hub between everything. And so, we're all, like, there's all people. There's all bustling and everything. Sometimes we'll have concerts and stuff in the town square. So, people are, like, loading in. This is how busy the game is. Like, people are legit loading into the game. Stuck for Dune. I want to watch Dune, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, I fell asleep on the original Dune. So, like, I legit fell asleep while watching the original Dune. So, I hope the new one's more engaging for my brain. And so, going here, this is another market and everything. Like I was saying, Limsa's more in a central hub because it's an easy way to get to Odon. You just take it back. So you got crystals and everything. Now, I'm going to show you guys a location that most of my viewers have never seen. The original Dunes Activity. Hey, yeah, I'll give you that. So, this is the area that a lot of my friends have actually slept on. They never got here. Like my actual real life friends. And this is actually my favorite place in the entire game. Well, favorite setting, really. We're going to Kugain, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to the Far East. Oh, I have enough money. Shut. So this is Kugain, ladies and gentlemen. We're in the land of the rising sun, with the samurais, the ninjas, the shoguns, and all of them. I fucking love this. This music is like an earworm, and it'll stay with you. So this is a good game. Most of those places you see up there on the top screen are blocked off because, you know, limitations. But you can walk around the field and everything. This is literally the starting hub for Stormblood. Okay, Kinky, Ditto, would you be able to join me for a couple of fights? Or dungeons? Excellent, excellent. I'll give you an invite. Ladies and gentlemen, Ditto will be joining me. See, look, sometimes you just want to walk around and there's a dude in a mechanical suit. I will not question this. This is Final Fantasy XIV. Oh wait, Kinky, it says you're doing something. Oh, okay. Let me know when you are free, and then I'll send you an invite. Once Kinky joins in, we're gonna do some dungeons. We're gonna do some boss fights and stuff. The way I'm gonna be doing this, you guys, is actually there is no cutscenes or anything like that because I have a special cutscene skipper set up, and that's not in there. It's on this. So, where did I put it? Another. This is where's control? Nope. Where was it? Was it character config? Yeah, that's sweet character config. Nope. But don't worry, guys. All the cutscenes will be skipped. If I have never seen the cutscene, then I will see it as well alongside you guys. Ty! What's up, my man? How are you? Do you want to join me? If you're on Adamantos, you can join me on here, dude. So, now that I'm actually waiting for Kinky to do his thing and then he'll be joining me, I want to take a time to talk to you guys about why Final Fantasy XIV means the world to me. Means the world to me. And I'm going to get a little bit personal, a little bit serious here. And maybe throw a few jokes here and there. Let me just take this off so it doesn't bother me. And so, not many of you guys know this, but oh, you're in your useless cities again, Jay. It's all good. It's all good, Ty. I'm glad you could join me on the stream, though. I'm glad you could join me on the stream, and maybe one day, as we edge closer to Endwalker, that was a pun, really. Maybe we could team up. So, I wanted to get serious too, talking about this. So many years ago, so Final Fantasy XIV was already out. It was out on the PS3. It was out on the PS3, it was out on the PC. It was like when it first launched, the relaunch, the Realm Reborn. And I was playing it. It was like one of those first MMOs that I actually was playing. I was getting into. Like, I was actually invested in playing it because I got to the end of Realm Reborn. I fought the final boss. At the time, the final boss in story. And I was like, holy shit, I have defeated the final boss in an MMO. I was ecstatic, you know? Ecstatic and going crazy and just like on a high, really. But then, and shortly after that, I got involved in a massive car accident. And, like, a car accident, I was in a depression, and I wanted to kill myself. Like, I legit wanted to kill myself 1 year. It was 2015. 2014. It was around that time. Like, it's kind of hazy still for me, but it was around that time. Like, I got up one night, I was on my own, nobody was home, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna slit my wrist. I'm gonna cut my wrist. That was the plan. That was the plan, and I was gonna do it. I took a giant ass bread knife out, and I was ready to go. I was ready to cut right into my wrist, and then something stopped me, and I took out a piece of bread, like a piece of French bread. I don't know where it was. I think it was on the counter or on the table or something like that. And I just took it, and then I started cutting the bread so much that, like, the bread itself was like you know how normal people will cut bread, like it was like, you know, those thick slices. Me, I was like cutting really skinny ass slices on the bread, and I got to the point where I cut up all the bread, and I was like, oh damn, what the hell. Like I literally just lapsed on while cutting the bread. Like I completely forgot about my suicide. I completely forgot about committing that stuff, and I was like, what like I snapped out of it. And I went to therapy, did all the stuff and all that, and then, but I still felt depressed. I still felt like there was no purpose in life because I was transitioning between jobs. This is after I left my publications work, and also then I had the car crash and all that stuff, and then also it was before I was working at Hot Topic and working retail and all that stuff. Like it was like a 3-year gap of me having nothing in my life, like nothing. Like I would wake up every day, no sense of purpose, no sense of something greater out there for me to do, and it was a scary feeling. It was a legit scary feeling. And I talked to my therapist, and he was like, have you thought about playing a video game, like getting into a video game with a community or something like that, and just having something to do? Because he knew I was playing video games. So I was like, huh. I was like, no. Well, I was playing an MMO, but like I stopped playing it because of everything happening and all that stuff. And he was like, oh yeah, go and play the MMO, play more of it. And I was like, really? He's like, yeah, do it. You might have fun. You might have fun, or might have something there. And so I at the time my Final Fantasy XIV subscription lapsed. It lapsed on me because like I wasn't paying it, and so I resubbed and I bought Stormblood. And I was like, okay, I'll play Stormblood. This is before Shadowbringers was ever a thing. And I was like, okay, I'll play Stormblood and finish Heavensward, go into Stormblood, and like see what's out there. And what was really funny was, as I'm talking, I'm going to kind of set up where I'm going with this. What was funny was that I started to get really into it. Like I started connecting to this world, this fictional world of Final Fantasy XIV, and I was like, wow, what the hell is going on here? Like I'm loving this. Like typically, when it comes to MMO, I feel like it's dragging. I feel like, oh, do I have to do this? It feels like a chore. That's the reason why I never played World of Warcraft. I did play World of Warcraft for like a month, but I stopped because it just, like, the MMO grind itself just felt like a chore. But with 14, it felt different. And the reason why is actually the way the story's told in the game. Your character, you start off as nothing. You start off as an adventurer on a cart, basically. And then next thing you know is one thing after the other, you start fighting gods and goddesses, and like you're halfway across the world. What did I want to do? For you're free now, Kiki. Give me at least 10 more minutes because I'm telling a story right here. But I will hit you up. Just don't go anywhere in the game, okay? and so. What was it? And then like the story was told differently in this game, and I connected with it because the story is told like, you know how in typical MMOs you have like you'll talk to a character who's giving you a story quest or whatever, and it's like a giant ass page. The first couple of lines is very important, but then everything else is kind of like you don't need it, and you can skip through it and just get to the end game as fast as you want. But in here, it's about the journey. It's about the places you could go. And it gradually over time you start meeting these characters, start meeting other players too. Like I met Kinky over here, or Ditto as everyone calls him, and also Ty as well, and Kira and the rest of the Free Company. And so I was in Stormblood, and I was just like, I felt a sense of belonging, a sense of purpose that, oh shit, maybe there is something more to my life. In a way, even though it took a video game to make me realize that, I was like, damn, I feel good. I feel like there's something there. There's something there for me. So that's why I've been playing Final Fantasy XIV a lot. And it's also why I kind of get my friends into it, because like I want them to experience the same feeling I felt while playing this. Like it's that weird sense of like, holy shit, thank you, kind of thing. So that's why Final Fantasy XIV for me is really important, because it's basically the thing that put me out of my depression. Like, I still have depression, I still have to deal with it, but like playing this game, and it gives me a sense of like, you know, things are gonna be okay. Like, if your character, your warrior of light in here could take on a fucking god, whoop his ass 10 times till Sunday, you too could battle your depression. You too could achieve something greater in life as well. It's not gonna be on a level of killing a god. No, 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 no. All the Christians, all the Catholics are probably, what the hell? Well, why is he talking about killing God? No, but it's not on the level of that. But it's on a level like, hey, yo, you could actually achieve something greater in your life from the absolute lowest point in your life too. So, yeah. So, anyways, the way I came across Kinky, the way I came across Kira, and a few of the other Free Company members, and a few other people, it was actually a funny story. I was done playing Stormblood, and I was just, flying around, walking around the fields, and trying to see what's out there. Like, well, what can I do on my own? Because I was not part of a group or anything. And I was part of a previous Free Company, a previous guild, long before, like when I first was playing at Realm Reborn and all that stuff. But when I came back, that they disbanded and all that stuff, and like I just left because I was like the only member. And so I'm out in the field, I'm walking, I'm just doing my own thing, and next thing you notice, here comes this cat lady. This cat lady just comes flying out of nowhere. And she lands right next to me, and she looks at me, and she's like, hey, I'm looking for monsters. Can you help me out here? And I'm like, sure. Yeah. Okay. Like, I don't know what you're doing, really, but okay, I'm bored. Like, I had no idea what the hell I was doing that night. I was bored as hell. It was like one day in the summer. And so I'm actually right now standing in the spot where Kira actually found me. And Kira, this cat lady, she comes up, she's like, hey, so could you help me track down a monster in this area? And I'm like, all right, sure. Yeah, just give me an invite and I'll look for it. And I didn't know what the hell she wanted from that, or like what was going on and all that. And her husband was also playing as well. And I was in their group and they're talking, and Kira's just like, oh, we're hunting monsters. Like, we're hunting high level monsters. And I'm like, what? That's a thing in here? And then Kira ended up yeah, she was like, yeah, we do this so we can get like extra loot and all that stuff. And I'm like, oh, well, okay then. Okay. And so so we went walking around this entire area. We were looking for stuff. And Pain, if you're watching this, you're probably gonna realize what this location is when I change it to the camera feed. But it was it was one of those random moments where like you end up becoming fast friends with somebody. So I'm friends with Kara, I'm friends with Dead over there, or Kinky, aka Kinky, and a few others out of this game. And I'm not as sociable as I should be. It's mostly because of my loner vibe that I give out. But I am talkative when I have to be, and when we all party in the game, we're always super talkative and we're having fun, even in voice chat. So Pain, I hope you're watching this, because this is actually Final Fantasy XIV's version of the Calm Lands from Final Fantasy X. So there you go, Pain. There's some Final Fantasy X for you. Okay, so Kinky. Story time's over. I hope you guys enjoy that little personal moment of me talking about Final Fantasy XIV and the importance of it. It's a game that you guys shouldn't be sleeping on. Like, the story's really good. The story is good. Like, I still stand by the belief that it is an RPG MMO. What that means is it's about the single player journey, the single player story. And then all the MMO stuff is integrated into it. So it's basically a co-op Final Fantasy. But everyone's the main character. Okay, Kinky, give me an invite in a second. Kinky is also here. Hey! You fast traveled here, didn't he? He's laughing in the chat. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna actually show you one of my favorite boss fights. Is that Kinky flying? No, that's a tank flying. Anyways. So, you guys, ladies and gentlemen, we are I'm gonna show you one of my favorite boss fights in the game. Is she in here? No, it's not, that's extreme. That's good. So Kinky's gonna be healing. Oh damn, I forgot to ask Kinky if you were ready. Okay, he's ready. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Kinky. Right there. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show you the amphitheater. And this is actually my favorite boss fight in the game. This is the boss fight that when I played it, I was like, holy shit, I'm on board. I'm in the game now. You understand why. There's no cutscenes or anything. We are playing with randoms, by the way. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're fighting Shiva tonight. So, combat in here, you guys are actually going to see combat. I'm going to break it down for you after this fight. So, if you play on the PS4, PS5, the combat is actually more like Marvel's Ultimate Alliance and X-Men Legends. But if you play with a keyboard and mouse on your console or on the PC, you play it more like an MMO, like World of Warcraft, where you use the numbers and stuff. So outside of Kinky, everyone else is random. So this is the normal, I'm reading about this tank that's dancing right here is saying, Bill, what is up, fam? How are you doing tonight? So we're fighting Shiva, yes. That's in Final Fantasy XIV. You actually fight the primals. You fight the summons. Go. I kind of cranked up the music a bit so you guys can hear the awesomeness of the music. Okay. Shit, too far. Hey Bowser, what's up? Whew. So combat in this game is more like an action RPG. Especially high end. This is actually mid-level. Okay, time to get a little bit crazy. This is the part that I like. This is the part where I was like, shit, I love this fight. J-Rock time. Oh, did somebody die? Yo, time to go crazy. There you go. Whew. You know, let's go to the edge. We beat. There you go. So everyone was like, oh, like, thank you so much. So, combat in this game is actually fast. It's actually fast paced. You can play it slow. You can play combat slow as hell if you want. Like, in very typical World of Warcraft fashion, but the moment it all clicks, the combat and what you can do, you can actually move faster than hell. In fact, you can fire off one ability after the other with global cooldowns and off cooldowns. Or Kiki could probably explain it better to me. Okay, so we're inviting somebody else, Blan, in as well. What was Blan again? Wait, Blan got it. There we go. Submicon, GCD, and OGCD. So if you play World of Warcraft, you guys probably already know that, but in here, you can weave it all in together and you can just like glide across the battlefield. Exactly. Some of them are off-timed as well, so it adds more. Okay, so now we're going to actually show you guys some actual end-game content. There's no cutscenes, no spoilers, you guys. Alright, Dagger can join as well. Where the hell is it? Oh, there it is. I'm not doing extreme. Fuck extreme. There we go. So for me... Wait, what? No. Ah, shit. I queued up the wrong time. I had Shiva set up by accident. We don't want Shiva anymore, alright? You guys already saw Shiva. There we go. Sometimes I get excited. I get excited about Final Fantasy XIV, you guys. Legit. So for everyone who's tuning in and watching the stream, thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. This is all about a celebration of Final Fantasy XIV and everything else, and just really having fun showing off the game to a lot of my friends who are brand new to the game, and also to my friends who may have stopped playing for a while. And Kinky's over there whooping ass as healer. Kinky right there is a scholar, and scholars they use fairy summons to help heal. Kinky and Kira are like two of the oldest friends I have in this game. And then there's Zero, which you guys can't forget. If you guys see my streams every week, you know Zero's a part of those streams. So Zero also plays this. So now we're just sitting, waiting, chilling. You know, we're gonna eat some bread too. There we go, eating bread. So for those of my friends who have played Final Fantasy XIV, and you guys can say like, "Oh, the combat's slow and everything," it's anything but. It starts off slow to ease you into the combat, to ease you into the gameplay, into how to play the game, and then the moment you hit Heaven's Word, it's just pure on chaos from there. You're gonna die a lot too. Okay, so let me break down combat for you guys. So as you guys level up, you'll gain new skills and abilities, as seen right here on my screen on the top right corner. These skills and abilities, you level up, you unlock them, so on and so forth. So same with the rolling traits, all that stuff. And then what do? What you would apply it to your hotbar. And you know how, like, if you guys were playing Marvel Ultimate Alliance, X-Men Legends and stuff, you would have to hold down L2, R2? That's what this hotbar corresponds to if you're playing with the control. If you're playing on a mouse and keyboard, it's set up like similar to World of Warcraft, and you customize it as well. This is customizable as well. So you hold R2, got all these buttons you press, hold L2, all these buttons you press. And then, hold R1, you guys, press any of the face buttons, you'll switch the hotbars around to different setups. And these different setups... Oh, there's Milan right there. Yo, I turned the camera, Kinky's in Milan's ass, what the hell? Yes, Balan is basically Kamari right now. Alright guys, Cinder Drift. You guys may know what this boss is if you played 14 before it got to the end game or anything like that. Or you read its name. Okay. So there's no cutscenes, you guys aren't see it. I'm gonna pan the camera up and give it a look. The rubbery weapon for Final Fantasy XIV. Now this is true in-game stuff. What leads us to fight the rubbery weapon, I cannot say because that's spoilers. But I can show you the fight. The fight's even more chaotic. As somebody said, beef fat tacos is what they're saying in the music. Or big fat tacos. But damn, I love this fucking music. Let's go. Somebody's timing me down. Sit back, enjoy, and watch this chaoticness. Now I get to use all my skills. And it even has a Final Fantasy XIV mini. I remember playing this with Zero, he freaked out so much. Shit, optimize all of that. Can't touch that. Now we have to get on this. The thing he just put out. Big fat tacos, that's not gonna down! Shut Damn it, Kinky! Gonna mitigate that in here. Ooh, that killed me! Crap! Kinky, I took that hit for you! Kinky, I took that hit for you! Damn. Kira! Hey, what's up? Ladies and gentlemen, Kira's here in the chat. So this is the boss that's actually scaled to my thing. We actually white. See, Ruby Wump is no joke, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, Blonde, you got this. Monk that shit. Ah, Blonde died. It is, it is. We came close. We came close. You did well, Blonde. You did well. Go. So ladies and gentlemen, that's Kara right there. Kara is the leader of my guild, of my free company, and Ruby Weapon keeps turning around. What the hell? Oh shit. Stand out of it. Limit break. Get away from that! Get away! Get away! Run! Run! Damn it! Come on! Come on! Come on! Woohoo! Close to 10,000. Kinky! Oh shit! I love that one. Ooh, our healer got hit. Shit. So you see how I play with the control? It's almost like an action RPG for me. Like I'm playing like Ultimate Alliance. Shit, it's gonna blow. It's gonna blow, get away. Second phase, you guys. You thought that was in? Oh, hell no. We got a second phase to go. Kira, how are you doing tonight? Why am I yelling? I'm so excited right now. Damn. Now we're in the second phase. If we wipe, I think we start off at the second phase as well. I know. It's infectious. This is cough. It's this caffeine right here. I got on me. Also worked out earlier today, so I got the energy. It's not a Final Fantasy boss unless he has a second form. Or a second phase. You think this is the final boss of the game or something, but without the cutscenes. It's not. What? Kira, what happened to the train? Like, wait, snipers, how? Like, what did they do? Oh, damn, you need to tell USP about this. Gotta get rid of the ads, otherwise we're not gonna be able to beat her. You kill this before the asteroid falls. Woo! We survived the apocalypse, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I love this fight, Kira. This is like one of my favorites. Shit. Shit. Gotta hide. Otherwise, this is the fight. Come on, let me get my comment. Whew. Thank you, Kiki. Thank you, Vaughn. Hey, Vita. Yep, this is Ruby Weapon from Final Fantasy XIV, y'all. See how I'm popping off abilities left and right? Okay, I think Kinky, if I could build up my meter fast enough, I could do the limit break. Oh shit, somebody did the limit break. I'll give it a try. I love that fight. Seriously. Kira, do you want to join us? I am with Kinky and Balan right now. Hopefully it's not too awkward. Balan is like, sorry I took the LB, I should have stayed here for you. I'm like, it's cool, don't worry, I'll use it in a dungeon. Kira has baby Arga. It's all good, it's all good. It's all good. Cheers to the baby Arga. I think a lot of my viewers have kids. They have baby Argas as well. Alright, we're bringing in Dagger, ladies and gentlemen. This is Kinky's wife. What is Dagger? Do I have Dagger? Or did I just go by it? Why are you Dagger? I don't have Dagger on my friends list. What the hell? We could do the opening dungeon then. Some confusion right now. But also cheers, Ty. Cheers. For everyone tuning in and watching the stream, thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is also part of my usual Friday stream that I do for the Game of Nerds. So let's not forget about that. Definitely go and check them out because I used to write about Final Fantasy XIV for them. There's the link right there, guys. Okay, got Dagger. You got a full party. So, switching over to my gunblade. Oh, here. Kinky's fat. We're having a moment of confusion here because almost all four of us, could do different classes. And so we're like, wait, who's tanking? Who's healing? Who's going to DPS? And we're just like, See, that's the great thing about Final Fantasy XIV. You're not locked down to just one or two roles. You could be every role in the game. We'll hit the ready check, see if everyone's good to go. Hey Cummings, what's up, man? Welcome. What are you doing? Gonna look for an 80 dungeon. Let me just clear this. Twinning. spinning. Alright. Alright, so I've been wanting to do this dungeon with you guys on the air, streaming. Because this is the dungeon that has a lot of Final Fantasy VII vibes in it. And also the music is a meme-worthy music and it's really boss. So, derage. I'm also gonna close this window right here, guys. This is also a an endgame dungeon. You guys won't see any cutscenes, so there's no cutscenes or anything you guys are gonna see, and you won't. Nothing will be spoiled. This is also a side dungeon too. Get ready for some badass music right here. Eat your heart out, Awesome Gold. Rave music too. Alright. Let's go. So I'm tanking now, you guys. Wish me luck. You gotta serve some dominance. Why the hell am I yelling? Ah! This is Final Fantasy XIV, the twinning dungeon. Chef's kiss right there, you guys. So Kinky's healing, Dagger is barred, but Lon is out there punching shit like crazy. I like that energy. Let's keep it up. So when we're doing these dungeons, all of our abilities and stuff are scaled to whatever dungeon we're doing. So we get rewards and stuff. So a lot of my skills as a gunbreaker is actually based off of Squall and Lightning, you guys. So what's happening is, Kinky's hitting them with Holy, and it's actually stunning them, so they're not attacking. So it's a bit of a cheat right there. Some advanced gameplay mechanics right there, ladies and gentlemen. Cast Holy for a White Mage or call Stun. In here, White Mages have to DPS as well. So you heal and you DPS if you're a healer. I just stunned it myself. You're Astrologian! You're using gravity! There we go! My bad! It's the same thing! Close to it. Thank you for the correction, Kinky. Yo, I'm so hyped right now, I forget my classes. Shit. So effectively, for anyone who's coming into Final Fantasy XIV brand new, you could effectively become an omni character. That means you're good for all the classes. You can even fish too. Hell, if you level up fishing to max level, you can probably beat the crap out of the weakest monster in the game. Metal Behemoth. Let's go. Now he's attacking them, but I can't do anything, so they have to spread out and make sure they don't hit the sides. Honestly, I just got a standard. Kinky just gotta make sure I don't die. Dagger and Braum will be doing all the work, for the most part. God damn fire. Shit. Maybe attack first. I need to line up just right. Shit. Get over. Blonde, get on this one. That's it. Yeah, that fire stays in this thing. Get back here. If you guys, I was gonna say if you guys want to LB it, but you don't have it. Now back to that rave music, ladies and gentlemen. I have no space for anything. I did not kinky. Kinky just gave me a tip on one of these things. I wasn't expecting it. Thank you, Kinky. Thank you. Gratitude. He was like, oh snap. So apparently you can also weave out of that one of his tank buster moves. Nice. So what we do here, we do big pulls, ladies and gentlemen. We don't do tiny ass pulls. We do big pulls on the stream. I bring all the hate towards me. This is the most angry mosh pit I've ever been inside of. Thank you, Kinky, for the hills. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Dagger, thank you for serenading them with arrows. And Balon, thank you for punching the crap out of these guys. Come on. Come on. Over here. Sometimes I can't see the floor, and I get bit with hell attacks. I can finally see myself again. You guys see all that green stuff? Remind you of anything? Any Final Fantasy VII fans in the audience tonight? It's the live stream, you guys. Here. Oh, did Dagger get hit? Damn it. I'm sorry, Dagger. Or should I pop the shield for you? Dagger's too far away. Shut. Comments, if you're still here, do you play Final Fantasy XIV? We got this. So this is what an endgame dungeon looks like, my friends. Bring for your friends together, dive into the dungeon. Shut. Ah! You can die. There we go. Into the live stream we go, ladies and gentlemen. The one thing about a gunbreaker, or the gunblade user, is that they're very squishy. But they're very DPS like that. But I like one of them. It's like a nice compliment to my samurai. Yep. Got the wrong ability. Yeah, one's a giant ass dude with a buster sword when you need him. There we go. So every time the screen went black like that, you guys, you would have seen a cutscene if you never did the dungeon before. Now, get ready to rave, you guys. Get ready to rave. Kinky, Dagger, Balan, if you guys can hear me, hope you guys can start raving. Ladies and gentlemen, there is Alexander, or a version of Alexander. We're all like, wonder why Balan doesn't happen. Yeah, put a ready timer on it. So this is the final boss of the winning. This is a really fun boss fight. So for everyone tuning in, watching the stream, I hope you guys are enjoying this. I'll probably go for like another hour or so. And let me know what some of your favorite parts you guys have seen so far in this stream. Now. You gotta avoid that. It's not a time delay. It's lagging. It's like my internet sometimes. Shit. Yeah, I'm safe here. Oh, Vaughn! I didn't see you. We got this. Yeah. I should have done my... Oh damn, I didn't have the ability for that. Blonde's going for the LB. Going in for the win. Hell yeah. Shopskis. I really like that fight, is mostly because of the music in the background. It makes the fight so much more worth it. I was gonna get the belt, but I don't have space for anything. So, ladies and gentlemen, I asked Kinky, Balan, and Dagger to let me know if they have any requests on what dungeons or trials they want to do. Let's see. So Kinky's telling me that there is a fight. We get it. One of more raids. I don't. I have the second coil. Ooh, yes, yes. Ooh. Let's see. So we're deciding on a boss fight, you guys. I'm gonna go in as actually. So either we're gonna take on a train, or we're gonna take on a clown. We're deciding, though. Alright, we're doing train. Was Instrumental? Yeah, I was Instrumental. Wait, why am I gonna click Savage? What the hell's wrong with me? Okay. There we go. We got 5 minutes. So, yes, he can also emote too. Never mind. Never mind. Kinky was like, alright, I'm gonna run to the bathroom because we got 5 minute wait. And then the thing just popped. So we're just like, alright then, let's just get around into it. So for everyone who is tuning in and watching the stream, you guys, thank you so much. Thank you for joining me on this journey, this reflective journey into Final Fantasy XIV, because I say reflective because the whole game is based around the concept of the crystals and all that. The crystals, the summons, saving the world, saving the universe, really fighting God too. Finding God and fighting God all at the same time. All that stuff. So thank you guys on this reflection. And somebody backed out. We go again. This game automatically queues you up for whatever content you need. Sometimes it's a bit of wait. Like the longest I've waited is about an hour, and that's typically during when Final Fantasy XIV was very low in terms of popularity, and not a lot of people were playing this. Like we were the new kids on the block, basically. All right, you guys are fighting Doom Train or Phantom Train. Kinky is the tank. Jump off, man. Doom Train, you guys. Okay. I'm telling Balan to suplex this train. So this is from Final Fantasy XIV, y'all. Then hit us. Shit. Avoid the spotlights. So, do you have any Final Fantasy VI fans in the audience tonight? Let me know. Yes, we're fighting a demon train. Oh damn, I don't have all my abilities. I was like wondering why I can't fire off my moves. We did not win this, ladies and gentlemen. Time for the ad phase. So this is an actual boss fight in an MMO, and we're running on top of a train. There's a lot of damage. Whew, I kinda forgot the mechanic. Get it? I kinda forgot the mechanic because we're on a train. I'm wondering if I should LB it or not. We got it. Oh. You know, go to that samurai. You know, I'm just gonna take this and give it to my Chocobo. You never know, I could probably use it to unlock something that I haven't unlocked yet in 10 years. Okay, Kinky, definitely go to the bathroom. Let's see. So Kira actually just messaged everyone. She's saying, okay, she's going to sleep. So Kira, if you're watching the stream, thank you so much for tuning in and everything. Got everyone from night. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Little mini minions. Yes, we get minions as well, ladies and gentlemen. Just clear this up. So I just asked these guys if they want to do a certain dungeon. because I kind of want to show them off the base villain of the game. I could probably do it as a monk. Me and Belana just give off right now. Kira, it is totally okay. You have a wonderful night, and I will play with you on this game soon. Soon. Okay, guys, so everyone watching the stream, I'm going to take a quick bathroom break as well, because I realized I've been sitting down for 2 hours, basically. So, I will be right back. I'm going to let this be the way it is, and I'm just going to mute my mic. So, Alright guys, sorry about that. Thank you for waiting. I returned and I just walked off again. I'm sorry. I turned on the fan. Alright, so I'm back. We're gonna actually do a dungeon called Alamigo. It's one of the featured dungeons for if you're playing Final Fantasy XIV right now and you're in a Realm Reborn, you're gonna come across this prison. It's a pivotal dungeon where a lot of shit happens, and you actually I'm gonna slap the shit out of the final boss in that dungeon. He's actually one of my favorite boss fights in the game. So these guys are just walking around. Kinky has a pick on his head. He is. Also, ladies and gentlemen, Brittany Hills now. Kinky wanted Balan to heal. Got it right, check, see if everyone's good. Oops. There we go, there we go, we're good, we're good. Let's go to Alamigo, ladies and gentlemen. So I'll be DPSing, Kinky will be tanking, Balan will be healing, and Dagger will be DPSing as well. Oops, hit the wrong button. So even though we're doing old dungeons and stuff, we scale down to whatever the dungeon was so we're not overpowered. As always, there will be no spoilers in this dungeon run. Yes, I just did a Kamehameha, ladies and gentlemen. All monks could do Kamehamehas. They're basically Final Fantasy's Gokis. Beat the crap out of that. It's so hard to see Kinky. He's so small. one breaks? Yeah, this one breaks. I keep thinking it's the other way around. Remember the scorpion from Final Fantasy XIV? Here you go. Right. I think that's more than enough right there. Oh no, dagger! No, dagger! God damn it, electromagnetic field! Shit. See, ladies and gentlemen, I'm all for technology. Like, I'm all for technology. I'm a futurist. I'm a futurist until you start using that technology against me. And then I'm like, fuck the technology. Okay, I'm gonna beat the crap out of the Skynet. That's what I'm gonna do. Man, I don't have any space for anything. Shut. So basically I'm just attacking on the guy. So what you guys are seeing here is actually mid-game content. Like, I believe the game has over 200 dungeons, give or take. And over 50 boss fights. And then it has close to 50, like, raids, like actual, like, 24-man raids. And then it has like actual like 8-man boss fights. But I already said that, actually. These are some demonic doggies right here, guys. There's so much shit happening that the audio broke. Like there's so much explosion and everything happening in the game. It's like, oh shit, I can't process all this audio explosions. It had an eargasm, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, here is the second boss of the dungeon. Done with that. In here, in this boss fight, we're gonna fight for ourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Kiki's using the Japanese soundtrack. So we're basically fighting Dr. Robotnik in the cherry, guys.
I shall have to share these findings.
Shut.
Initiate soul extraction.
So he's gonna shove us away, and then we're gonna have to grab our bodies again without getting hit by the claws. And without getting zapped either. Ah, damn it. Shit.
The soul rebels.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
My word, this data.
Oh shit, that's a lot of AoEs right there. Ah, damn it. Yeah, I'm humming the music now. I'll explain about the music later on in the stream. Once we're done with the dungeon and all that stuff, and I have like a little bit of one-on-one time, I'm gonna explain the music to you guys and why it's so good, why it sounds so familiar and so iconic. Not just because it's Final Fantasy, guys. Not just because it's Final Fantasy, but there's a reason. There's a reason why it's so good. There we go. There we go. So Iron Giants are in the game as well, you guys. So if you play Final Fantasy X, you probably know how bad these guys are, but in here you can actually like physically run around and beat the crap out of them. So as you can see, the combat, once you get the hang of it, it is very Marvel Ultimate Alliance, very X-Men Legends, very Diablo-ish. If that makes sense, like those action RPGs. If you're playing with the control, if you're playing with the keyboard, mouse, very typical MMO World of Warcraft style. And keep in mind, you can play keyboard and mouse on the PlayStation, or you can use the control on the PC too. Alright, so this is one of my favorite boss fights in the game. Remember the guy that you guys saw in that cinematic trailer at the very beginning of the stream? That the Warrior Light was fighting at the very beginning? Well, this is him. This is Xenos. Xenos is kind of like the overarching villain of the game. And he is one of my favorite to fight. Like, a lot of people hate him, but I like fighting him because it's just a straight up power fight. So you fight Xenos multiple times throughout the game. This is one of those times. It's a color-coded fight. So blue means step out, red means split up, green means what's it get together? I think it was down here. Get close. No, you're getting close. Okay, this one's split.
Let this moment last forever.
Okay, it's clones. Oh shit, he's gonna hit us hard, he's gonna hit us hard. You feel that straight up villain vibes right there? I love it. I love it when a game gives us a strong villain, especially since the more recent Final Fantasies haven't really had strong villains. Xenos is a really strong villain, not just in terms of strong villain character, but also the fact that he is a big boy and he can whoop your ass if you're not careful. Shit. Split, split, split. Show me your room. Okay, now it's the DPS check. We have to destroy these things, otherwise he does a limit break and it's game over. We have... Shit, I don't know how much longer we got.
The strength.
Woo. Did we get it? Did we get it? Did we get it?
The power to transcend.
Woo! We did it. I'll beat it. Xenos is easy peasy. I'm telling them that I thought we wiped on the last one. So, yes, like Ty says, Xeno is easy peasy. That's what Kiki just said too. I'm talking to them. That would be it for group work against, but just stick around, I'm going to talk to you guys and show you guys some stuff. Turkey. So we're disbanding the team. Team has been disbanded. Now I am gonna actually go someplace else. We're gonna go to the Crystarium. This is a city, a town in Shadowbringers. So you guys gotta play through the story and then you finally unlock this new city. There's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cities so far. Actually, 6 cities so far. We're getting a 7th one in Endwalker, called the Charlians. But this is the Crystarium. So I'm gonna head over there. And so that was it for our little group session I was doing with my free company right there. I had Kinky, we had Dagger, we had Berlin. You guys are watching. If you guys are watching this right now, gratitude. Thank you. Thank you. Ty, yes, I agree. I admit those fights with Xenos, those are some of my favorite fights in the game. Like, because he's like that one antagonist that you just want to whip his ass. Because he's basically like, he's like your Frieza. If you're a Goku, he is your Frieza, and I love that shit so much. If it wasn't for Xenos, I would have still been in my depression. There we go. So this right here, you guys, is called the Crystarium. It's one of the final cities so far that you can go to. It's big. It's big. I can't fly though. It's at the foot of the Crystal Tower, which is a very prominent thing in the Final Fantasy. That is the Crystal Tower right there. So remember when we did the twinning dungeon and we had that really bomb-ass music, like that rave music? The dungeon was actually inside the tower. But how do we get there? Why are we fighting inside there? Who's to say? I can't spell it. I'll let it how to do it for you. It's a secret. Okay, let me switch to... Let me stick to my stammer. So I'm gonna stand here and... Let's see. Stand here. I'm gonna enter G pose, so then... I'm just gonna stand right there and I'm gonna hide everyone else so there's no interference. Cool. So this right here, G-pose, is actually how you take pictures. Actually in the game. That's how you guys see, if you guys watch my Instagram, you see all my pictures and stuff. So I'm just gonna stand right there. There we go. So, let me flip over to a screen where I can actually chat with you guys. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen. So, for those of you guys who tuned in and are sticking with me throughout the whole stream, thank you guys so much. There's still a little bit more that I do want to talk about. It's stuff that I can't actually show you inside the game because I have to explain it. For those guys who didn't know, Noboru Uematsu is the guy who did most of the music for all the Final Fantasy games, right? And so, remember how I mentioned earlier why the music is so good in the dungeons and stuff in the game? It's actually because Noboru Uematsu, his successor, Soken, I'd probably say his first name wrong, but I'm just gonna say Soken. Soken, he is basically the successor to Noboru Uematsu, and so Soken here is a musical genius. Like, he is a big reason why the music in this game is so good, because he learned from the best, and he's bringing it into Final Fantasy XIV. He cranks out like over 200 songs every expansion or something like that. Like, I think he's in the Genius Book of World Records for the most composed song for a video game. Like, most composed songs for a video game. And it's amazing, and also it's the music. The music is what keeps me coming back to this game, because I love each and every song. Some more than others, like the Shiva boss fight. I love the music on that, and then the twinning. The entire dungeon is straight fire right there, because like there's a meme in my Facebook group that I'm a part of, where every time they post like that video of the guy dancing with like the different color shirts, and he's dancing to the music of the song, and so. The music is amazing. It's one of the big reasons why I will always keep playing Final Fantasy XIV. But like I mentioned earlier in my stream about an hour or so ago, 2 hours ago, something like that, where I talked about my depression and all that stuff. This game is a big reason why I'm not as depressed as I should be. It's because I found a purpose. Like, even though it's a fictional purpose, it's a digital purpose, it's still a purpose. It still kind of snaps me out of my depression. I'm like, you know what, I'm going to pop in here, maybe save the world, you know, or do something heroic, and I feel good about myself going forward. And, like, I found people who found me, in a way. You know, I found a tribe that I should click with, and I like playing this game with them. Like, I don't play most other games with them sometimes because, like, I tend to not keep an eye on my Discord at times. But when we do play, there's nothing but love. I don't feel any hostilities or anything like that. It's a group community effort kind of thing. And what's also funny too, as I talk about the community, is that if you compare this community with other MMOs, like, I know there's sometimes you may run across the typical try-hard MMO player who's like, oh my god, you're not taking right, or you're not healing right, you're not doing that. Don't listen to them. Honestly, don't pay attention to that kind of trash. But Final Fantasy XIV, from my experience, from my own personal experience, I've never really had a bad encounter, except that one time a couple nights ago. Which, if you guys follow me on Instagram and Facebook, you guys probably know what I'm talking about. But that's a story for another day. That's a story for another day. But I never truly met, like, a truly toxic player in Final Fantasy XIV compared to, like, when I played DC Universe Online or played World of Warcraft for a little bit and stuff like that. Like, in those games, I've come across toxic players in those games. But in here, I haven't. It's just like the community in Final Fantasy XIV is a community that wants to help you grow. That wants to help you see you get to the end game, get to where I'm at in the game. Like, you'll always come across a Final Fantasy XIV player who's always like, oh my god, oh yeah, let's go, I'll help you out, let's go. Like, without any worries, without anything in return. They're just, oh yeah, you know what, let's go, come on, let me go and help you out. And I'm like that with my friends. Like, if I try to get my friends playing this game, I'm like, you know what, let me know when you're playing this, and I will help you out. I'll get you through your content. Case in point, Zero plays this with me, and we have fun. Like, we treat it like we're going out for coffee and we're playing this game, and we're just talking about life and everything. And I help him out. I help him level up. I help him get new weapons, new dungeons, new armor, new skills and stuff like that. I help him out in the game, and it's a wonderful feeling. It's a wonderful fulfilling that just makes me feel complete inside. So, to my friends who used to play this game but stopped playing it, I recommend you guys come back when you can. It's gonna be a fun time, especially with Endwalker coming out in November. It's gonna be a magical time for Final Fantasy XIV. Like, if you thought last month was crazy, when November hits, it's gonna be pure on chaos of Final Fantasy. And so for, like, one of my old friends who used to play this and he lapsed and all that stuff, come back. I am welcoming you guys with open arms in this game, and it's gonna be fun. Like, to me personally, it'll be fun to play Final Fantasy with you guys. To anyone who's new watching my stream, communes, if you're here, and to anyone new to my stream and anyone new to the world of Final Fantasy XIV, you're in for a really good time. It is a story-centric first MMO, and then all the other MMO stuff will be there. This is a really good entry point too if you're trying to get into MMOs. It eases you in. Sure, there's a couple of more chaoticness with, like, stuff popping up on screen, and sometimes signing up could be a bit of a hassle, which is the weird thing Square Enix does. It's a bit of a hassle, but you get past that. You get past the little opening info dump. Everything else is smooth sailing. It starts off slow. It starts off slow with the first 50 levels. Then after that, after the first 50 levels, once you complete a Realm Reborn, once you get that prelude out of the way, the good shit occurs right there. All the good shit happens, like fighting Shiva, me fighting Xenos, all that amazing good shit occurs. Getting to the Crystal Tower, that happens after you beat a Realm Reborn. Like, there's so much content that if you didn't realize that you're skipping out on it. And there is a huge deep dive in lore and story and all that good stuff. And you know what? I think before I end the stream, I want to show you guys that. I want to show you guys the beginning of the game and how that cutscene works and all that stuff. The story is different than your typical MMO, and I want to show that to you guys. So, I was in Jibos, so I want to show you guys this, but let's head on over to... I'm gonna go back... Actually, it's way too expensive to teleport, but Okay, I'm gonna go back to Revenant's Toll, and then I'm gonna warp to Gridania, and then when I'm at Gridania, I'm gonna show you guys that opening cutscene of Final Fantasy XIV. I'm gonna show you guys how slow it is. How slow it is, and how cinematic it is, though, too. And how different it is to other MMOs. Other MMOs, you would get a cutscene, like an actual CGI cutscene, and then you'll actually have this thing where you're just standing in front of people and you're just talking and stuff. It wasn't truly until Final Fantasy XIV came on the market that the whole concept of telling a story in an MMO changed. Now, gotta find a way to get down. Okay, there we go. Also, what's also funny here, this MMO actually has a New Game Plus mode, which is right here. So there is a New Game Plus mode in the game as well, so I could basically replay the entire game even if I completed everything about it. Now, let me mend all my armor, because you don't want your armor to break. If your armor breaks in here, then you're shot out of luck. There we go. So, you go to an inn. You would tie to your room. There we go. Now, this isn't really spoilers whatsoever. So this is, let's see. Yep. Was it level 5? No, it wasn't. Actually, I'm gonna have to do it from New Game Plus maybe. So, banner that, dive into New Game Plus, go to department. So there's all these different parts. So if you do New Game Plus mode, it actually splits it up. Realm Reborn, Heaven Sword, Stormblood, and Shadowbringers. There we go. Now the game's going to actually show you cutscenes and all that. Or is it? Okay, it doesn't do it. I need to make a new character. So that is actually my fault right there. I need to make a new character and do everything. So, New Game Plus mode. I need to take this out. So unfortunately, I can't do what I was planning to do. However, I'll show you guys the opening cutscene for the game. If we just get out of this New Game Plus mode. There we go. They actually changed that icon. Let me just go in here. Let me just cancel that. So, they're going to exit out. I'm going to log out, actually. We're going to go back to the title screen, you guys. And then I'm going to show you guys the opening video. Here you go. So, for anyone who joins the game and plays it, this is what you're going to see when you first create your character, when you first start the story. You're going to see the end of the world. I admit, Square Enix makes some amazing CGI. Yeah, this came out 10 years ago and this cutscene still holds up to this day. Shucks. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is who you think it is. Especially if you're really into combat, guys. You know what that is. It's the big boy. Yeah, that's his name. No. It's Bahamut, you guys. Ty, what was your feeling when you first saw this CGI? You're still here. So literally, Bahamut destroyed the world with laser. Like, you legit failed. You failed playing Final Fantasy XIV at the very beginning of the game. Before you ever had a chance to play it. Bahamut destroyed the world, and it's saved by a really peculiar character. Like, I had a hunch what was going on because they're actually showing you in CGI form what exactly happened at the very end and when Final Fantasy 1.1 server ended and the moon came crashing. This is exactly what was shown at the very end. And so you saw the final days basically. Sir. You saw the apocalypse basically occur. I admit it's epic, but this one does not hype me up as much as the Shadowbringers one that I showed earlier does. Like, my first reaction when I saw this, I was like, damn, this is a very long-ass opening movie. So what happened was, the actual story is, Final Fantasy 1.0, when the server shut down, it was a very horrible game and all that stuff, takes place 5 years before Final Fantasy or Realm Reborn, which is what we're playing right now. So there's a 5-year gap, and your character actually gets transported 5 years into the future, and he picks up right here. And the character with like the hair, the buzz haircut that kind of looks like Chris Redfield, he is the proxy. He's the stand-in in CGI for your character, so your character basically gets transported 5 years into the future. Hence the term of Realm Reborn. It's both in a technical sense, technical gameplay, game-making sense, and also within the story too. I like how innocent it starts off. It's so much hope, so much promise. is there. These characters you're seeing right now, they are technically your party members, like in the normal Final Fantasy sense. Like they are the ones you will be with you through most of the games. But you also have your own free company and your own set of friends here. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is Odin. Got some behemoth on it right there. Tower as well. And then here's your stand-in for your characters. It's wild how you get transferred 5 years into the future and yet your checklist still remembers it. Yoshida! There's the opening title. Oh, opening titles. I was going to say opening credits. What the hell? See, there's a sense of adventure. There's a sense of awe. And it reverts back to this screen. So, let me flip over here. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is pretty much my Final Fantasy XIV stream for tonight. Like, I wanted to show you guys the world of Rosie, show you some of my favorite spots, show you a lot of gameplay, because that always gets overlooked in this game for some weird reason. Like, because like you always have like people, oh yeah, we're gonna do endgame raids and endgame stuff, but it's like let's really deep dive into the gameplay and really show you combat that's not chaotic, that's easy to follow, really. Like, what you guys saw is the middle ground of like being not super basic but not being super extreme either. In Final Fantasy XIV, combat is done very differently, as you saw. It starts off slow. It's just really simple, basic, rudimentary MMO stuff right there. Like very basic MMO stuff, like when you're first starting out any MMO. And then the middle ground where we were at, where you saw me playing, like, you saw, like, me weaving in and out of combos. You saw Kinky over there doing his shit. You see Dagger over there doing her stuff. And then you also saw Balan doing their stuff. Like, you saw how we were just weaving in and out of our combos. It turns almost to, like, a rhythm game. It's a dance, really. The combat in here is a dance once you fully get everything. And then what's also funny, like, you saw how, like, we died in the River Weapon fight? Like, you know how, like, if you play World of Warcraft or those other old school MMOs and stuff, those other MMOs, like, you have this concept of, like, okay, you spend a week building up to this thing, building up to this raid, building up to this boss fight, wherever it is, like, you're building up and, like, you're getting, like, items, materials, whatever it is, like, you're practicing, you're building up, you're doing everything for this one singular moment, and then if somebody fails, if somebody screws up, everybody wipes, and then all that practice, all that progress is kind of like all for nothing. You have to redo it over again like another week or whatever, right? That's what happens. But in Final Fantasy XIV, it's all like, don't worry about it. We wiped, okay, let's do it again, kind of thing. Why? Because the moment you wipe, the game is just like, oh yeah, you don't need to like go and spend another week to go and do everything leading up to it. Just retry it. That's it. Just retry it, and you're not going to worry about having to get your body back from being dead, and like the only thing you have to worry about, or like losing XP. The only thing you're going to worry about is like, oh yeah, your armor could break, but like if that happens, just back out, repair your armor, and then jump right back into the dungeon, queue up for the dungeon, and you'll probably find another group of people who don't wipe. Hey, that sounded better in my head when I said don't wipe, because my mind went to the toilet just right there. But anyways. Anyways, that's a key difference in Final Fantasy XIV. It's a laid-back approach to the MMO. There is not a stress in terms of you gotta know your shit. You gotta do your shit to progress further in the game. In here, in the game, it's kind of like, know what's needed, and you will progress in the game. You will get further in the story. You will do what you gotta do, and you'll get there. You will get the clears. You'll get the content and everything. Compared to like other MMOs where it's kind of like in DCU, I had to like do really high-end raids just to know what the hell's gonna happen next in the story, and that was like that. And if I didn't do it, that was it. That was the gatekeeping right there in the game. But in Final Fantasy XIV, it's open. Like, you just progress through the story, get your clears, and you will get story content. And what else? You will get the story content, and I was going to say something else, and now my mind is tripping out on me right now. But you'll get the story content, and everything's presented to you in a cinematicness. So you saw the CGI cutscene, you see the characters talk. They actually talk to you. They're not just like dropping a piece of paper on the screen, and like you're just reading the top line and you're forgetting everything else. That's not gonna happen. In here, the characters are actually going to converse with you and stuff, and you're also going to get cutscenes where characters are actually going to be talking to you at the same time. They'll have voice acting and everything, and I love that. That when I saw that in here, I was like, "Wait, what? They talk in here?" Like, I was legit excited because I was coming from DC Universe Online. That was like the last MMO I played before this, and I was like, holy shit, they talk in here. Like, they actually talk in cutscenes. And I wasn't expecting that. And then I'm like, damn it, I'm playing a Final Fantasy. Like, I'm playing a Final Fantasy. That was my thought going through it. And then, like, every character you meet will have a characteristic, have personality, will have charm in here. Even your character goes through the motions. Like, you kind of start off like a blank slate, and then as you progress, like the way you saw my character and stuff, you get new emotes. Your character will actually be more talkative, more emotive during cutscenes and stuff. You will have a rival, Xenos, basically, and then you'll have everyone else too. It's not like the concept of Final Fantasy XIV is literally not the end game. Like, you don't need to do the end game to get to the end of this game. Like, the end game is there for the hardcore players. Like, the hardcore players who want to do, like, the really challenging shit, they could do that, and it doesn't affect the actual narrative. Like, it's more like what ifs. Like, you could go do it, and if you fell, yeah, you could do it again. If you beat it, awesome, cool. You unlock some, like, hidden collectible, hidden emote, or whatever, or, like, a new mount, or something like that. You'll get that. It doesn't have an effect on the true narrative of the game, compared to other MMOs like DCU Online, where like you have to fight Brainiac in order to figure out what the hell is going to happen next with other download contents and all that stuff. And it's also funny too, because like in here in Final Fantasy XIV, we have a ranking. Like, there is an actual difficulty spike in terms of what you're doing content wise. Like, you have normal dungeons, like normal dungeons and normal boss fights, and then you have like the boss fight, but then a hard version of it, which is typically the normal now. And then you'll have like another boss fight, and it's like extreme, which is like just above hard. And after that, you have savage rank, and then ultimate. Ultimate and savage are the ones that I don't have to do, because it doesn't truly affect the story as much as you think it would. And it's more optional content that I could do if I want to. And those are the ones where you kind of have to practice for like a couple of times to get the hang of it with your group, with your static. But at the same time, you could legit not worry if you fail. If you wipe, if you fail, whatever it is, with your static, you don't need to wait a week or 2 weeks or whatever to redo it. You could just jump right back in there. Like, you could back out together and then repair your shit, and get back in there, get back into the fight, and finish the fight. You could just do that instantly within like 2 hours. Kind of thing. Like, Kinky, remember our time doing the Nair raids? Holy shit, the narrates, man. Like, those were the times, like we wiped a couple of times. Like, I remember that. I remember we were wiping on a couple of times on that final one, and like we wiped, we were just like, oh, brush it off, fight them again, like 5 seconds later, kind of thing. And we were just learning and doing everything on the fly. So there's no stress to be perfect in Final Fantasy XIV. You could be a mess. You could go into the game a mess, learn something new, and like adapt to it or wherever, and you'll end up on the other side like, oh damn, I just did this really hard content. Oh wow, I could take on this other hard content. Like whatever, you could do whatever you want, and it's not a there is no gatekeeping in this game. Truly, there is no gatekeeping from a gameplay story perspective. Kinky's probably over there silently judging me, and he's like, kind of thing. But it's cool. Hopefully I said a lot of good shit. So yeah, if you're a friend of mine and you guys used to play this, definitely come back. I will welcome you with open arms. I got a bunch of friends here who play it, and it'll be fun to go on a Final Fantasy adventure with you. If you're brand new, if you're of course not doing great. Thank you, Ditto. Thank you, Kiki. And if you're new to Final Fantasy XIV, because of the hype of like people coming in from World of Warcraft and like how popular it blew up this past month or so, and going to Endwalker and all that stuff, you're in a good spot. You're in a very good spot. Why? Because there's so many other new players. You could find a new friend. You could find a lover. Hell, that happens in here. Like people get married in this game too. Seriously. But that's a topic for another day, because that like I'd never had that for myself, but Kinky and Dagger actually got married in this game, and that shit was magical. I had a tear in my eye. And but if you're new, you come to at the right time as well, because there's so many new players coming. You will bound to make a new friend. You're bound to make a new good experience. You will learn together. You will grow together. You will come from being sprouts, those little leaf tree people, to actual like full-fledged adventures. A person who will understand MMO if it's your first MMO. A person who will come with a new understanding to MMOs if you play this. And you'll figure out the potential of future MMOs. Like if there's another Final Fantasy MMO, another World of Warcraft MMO, you will see that those things have to be way better than this. And also if you're watching this and you're like, damn it, I want to play Final Fantasy XIV right now. You sold me on the idea, Shiva, and I'll be like, all right, awesome, perfect. And so you guys do, for those who want to get into Final Fantasy XIV after watching this stream, you have multiple ways of doing it. You, like I mentioned earlier, you got your PS4, PS5 could run Final Fantasy XIV. Steam could do it too, but I don't recommend Steam because I'll explain in a bit. And then you also got PC and Mac as well could run Final Fantasy XIV. And if you want like the best experience, the best high-res, beautiful graphics, you get to use... Well, I can't actually say it because it's gonna break the TOS for Final Fantasy and Twitch. But if you want beautiful graphics, customizable to it, and like really high-end 4K graphics kind of thing, get the PC version. Get the PC version. You could modify it. You could do whatever you want on that. You could play keyboard and mouse if you want to, or you could do it the way I do it. Like, where the hell's my control? Ah, there's. The way I do it, I play off of my control and I use the keyboard, and that's on my PS5. You could do the same thing on your computer as well. Sometimes it feels more natural if you're coming from a console side of things. And it's fun. Like almost everybody who's in the free company, you guys, like they're on the PC. I'm one of the only few console ones. But it doesn't limit me in how I play with them. Yeah, it's a bit of a hassle. I see Ditto here. Ditto's kinky, by the way, if you guys don't know. Is if you buy it on Steam, any other expansion, any other upgrade and stuff, you have to get it through Steam. But if you bought it on PC, you could get it from anywhere, like Amazon, Square, Best Buy, whatever, and it'll still count. But if you get the Steam version, you have to stick to the Steam version. Keep that in mind. And then if you guys... what else? And then if you guys want a more console style Final Fantasy, console style MMO, obviously PlayStation 4, PS5. The PS5 plays it in 4K 60, which is what you guys saw today. And it does it really well. The load times are insanely fast. Like I'm able to zip through the cities. So remember how you guys saw me in cities, right? Yeah, like there's all those people there. If I was doing that on my normal PS4, God bless your soul, PlayStation. It's like right here. But if I was playing it on my normal PS4, it would have taken me about a minute or so to load into each of those major towns because there's so many people there. But with the PS5, I'm just like, whoop, right there. And everyone else is loading up on their own. And, but if you don't have a PS5, the PS4 is still a good alternative. It's a good alternative. It's a good entry point into Final Fantasy XIV. Especially if you don't want to spend $600 on a new computer, get a Mac, all that stuff. You don't want to deal with computer stuff. PlayStation is just simply download it, bam, it's in there, you sign up, and you're good to go. It's tied to your PSN account, by the way. And so if you do buy it, you're going to need to get it off of PSN, the other, the expansions and all that stuff. And so now there's multiple copies, versions of the game you guys could get if you want to truly play Final Fantasy XIV. There is a complete edition out. It's available on all the digital storefronts for each of the things that I mentioned. And it's a complete version. It comes with a Realm Reborn, Heavensward, Stormblood, and Shadowbringers all together. And it's about $40 to $50 for that. And it comes with everything, and you are good to go. You're good to go until Endwalker comes out, and then you're gonna have to buy Endwalker. So you're good to go for that. And that's if you want all the content right now, like legit right now, kind of thing. And keep in mind there is a monthly sub, so you need to pay $14.99 in order to have multiple characters, 8 characters, so you could travel different worlds and stuff. Or beyond different worlds. Or I believe they still have it. I'm not sure, Kinky. You may need to correct me on this, but I think there is also a $9.99 sub as well. That's good for one character on one world kind of thing. I think that's what they had. They had that a while ago. I remember that. And then you guys, there is the Final Fantasy XIV Starter Edition, which is, I believe, $19. It's $19? $15. It's something like that. And it comes with a Realm Reborn and Heavensward. And it's basically the paid version of the free trial. And you basically get all the content within that. And then all you have to do if you want to get something new, like get the next step in the series, just get the Endwalker, pre-order Endwalker, and you'll automatically get Stormblood and Shadowbringers. And then lastly, like I mentioned, there is the free trial. The free trial is available on everything. PC, Mac, Steam, PlayStation 4 and 5, and it legit says Final Fantasy XIV free trial. The free trial, while it's limited, you can't trade and you can't use retainers, I believe, and use the market board and stuff. Like, there's certain things you can't do, but here's the thing. With the free trial, you get to play up to level 60. Like, your character could go up to level 60. You could be any class that's available in the starter edition, up to level 60 as well. You play up until the end of Heavensward. So you have a Realm Reborn and Heavensward already. You play up to the end of Heavensward. It's over 200 hours worth of content already right there. And the best thing about it, you don't need to sub. You don't need to do anything like that. You don't need to pay a monthly sub. It's unlimited game time for the free trial. So if you guys want to, that's the best way to start off. And then from there, buy the starter edition or buy the complete edition, buy whatever edition you want in order to play the game more fully and unlock more stuff. And yeah, so I'm gonna have to check that out and see if they still have that $9.99 sub, especially for a lot of my friends who only have one character and they do want to come back. There's a cheaper alternative right there, and you still unlock everything else in the game. You're not kind of like blocked off. And also, the other thing that's very important is if you have a free trial right now in Final Fantasy XIV, ladies and gentlemen, they have this timed feature. Like you have to be queued to get in. So like you have to wait in line to get inside the game, and then also if you go AFK after 30 minutes, the game boots you out. Like the game completely boots you out. So what happens is if you're on a free trial and that happens, you get booted out or trying to get into the game, you don't have priority to get in. Only people with paid subs have priority to get into the game first, and then the free trial users are able to get in. Also, if you guys are here and you're wondering, Shiva, what server are you on? What world are you on? Kind of thing. If you guys do sign up, check the Aether Data Center. That's where I'm at, and I'm on Adamantos. If you guys want to play with me on there. Alright? But anyways, that's me selling you on like the actual like buying shit for Final Fantasy XIV. You truly can play however you want in terms of controls, and play wherever you want as well. So like if I got this on PS4 or PS5, like I could actually go back and play the PS4 version if I wanted to right now, but I don't want to because the PS5 version is where it's at for me because of load times. I'm all about the load times. And so yeah, you guys, is it the tweet with the meme? Because I'm about to do the meme for the free trial, but I completely forgot how it goes. So if anybody knows the meme for the free trial, definitely just type it in there. It'll help me out a ton. Let me see. Was it was it on the official Final Fantasy XIV? Oh, wait. Is it the one for wrestling AEW? Oh, okay. Posted a picture of his account showing he has 16 on classes. He has a free trial, and it said, "We'll buy the game when I run out of content to you." I've been playing for over a year. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. See, I told you, you have over 200 hours on the free trial you can do. And if you're like, if you play it like once a day, like 2 hours, you have like literally an entire year to play it. Or more. Or more. Like, honestly, so I just wrote a tweet right here. Somebody just posted it. In my opinion, there needs to be some kind of clause added to the Final Fantasy XIV free trial where streamers must disable visibility for their server name and wear a light name while streaming and cannot announce that information elsewhere. You know what? I pay for my sub so I can announce what server I'm on. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, in case you're wondering how long I've been playing this, I've been subscribed for over 1,400 days in Final Fantasy XIV, and I think my playtime's only about 300 hours, 500 hours or something like that. But I pay for my subs, so I can actually announce what server I'm on, what data center I'm on, and you guys already know my character. If you guys follow my Instagram, you guys know who my character is. And so I want to say thank you to everyone who's tuned into the stream and been watching the stream for the past 4 hours already. I'm trying not to make this a really long stream because last Friday I got really spicy playing Halo for 6 hours. And I don't want to do that again, and I'm not getting spicy tonight. But I don't want to do a 6-hour stream because then my whole body just feels like, ugh, kind of thing. And also I want to take like a nice cold shower too. Because if you guys can't tell, I'm wearing all black. And wearing all black, I'm actually sweating like right here. So I'm sitting down, that light is so bright, and I'm sweating like a hooker in church. Nice. I have to check it once I get back into the game and play it sometime. And see how long it is. Like, it's either 300 or 500. I've been playing since the launch of 2.0. Like, since day one. I was there since the beta started on the PS3 for 2.0. So, I was there, and then, like I mentioned, I took some time off because I completed a Realm Reborn. There was nothing new coming out, like no new updates and stuff for a while. And then I came back once to get rid of the depression and all that stuff out of me and all that more personal stuff that I mentioned earlier, you guys. So, and I've been back ever since. Oh shit, it's been like maybe I took like a year off or so, and then I came back year or two off, 3 years off, something like that. I came back and I've been here for like 7 years. So I've been here for a while, you guys, playing Final Fantasy XIV. It's wild too. It's really wild when you think about it because I've been playing Final Fantasy XIV for so long, right? And you kind of expect that, oh shit, Shiva, you probably did Ultimates, you probably did Savages, you probably did the Calls of Bahamut, and all that stuff. And honestly, I never did those things. I've been here mostly for the story. I've been here for the story, for the journey that your character takes, that you take in Final Fantasy XIV. That's why I've been here for so long. It's because I just clicked with it. It clicked with me. It got me out of my depression. It got me out there. It got me out there engaging with people and talking to people. And also with the pandemic last year, this was the way that I truly was able to connect with a lot of people that I knew. It's by playing this, because we couldn't be close to each other in real life, so we could be close to each other in virtual sense. And that's also the reason why I stream too. So ladies and gentlemen, that would be it for my Final Fantasy XIV stream. I'm gonna put on the ending thing here so people know. So there we go. And you can probably hear the music playing. I'm just gonna mute that. But so yeah, so guys, ending the stream pretty soon. I do want to say thank you to everyone who's tuned in and watches. Ditto, Kinky, thank you so much. Tell Dagger, I said thank you. Balan, if you're watching this, thank you so much. To anyone who's new to my channel, welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Kira, oh shit, Kira. I just noticed 2 hours ago you actually resubbed to my channel. Thank you. And to all my usual viewers who are here, like Ty, you guys, thank you. You guys are amazing. And I can't wait to see your guys' stream as well, whenever you guys start streaming again. And also, to anyone who's been lurking and been checking my stream throughout the night, thank you guys so much. Thank you. When's my next Final Fantasy XIV stream? Because I actually like this. Like, it's wild how much energy I had tonight for this, because like that shows you how passionate I am about Final Fantasy XIV, you guys. Like, if Osmond Gold was like that for World of Warcraft, I'm probably like that for Final Fantasy XIV. Kind of thing. But when's the next time I'm going to do this? So next week, for the next couple weeks, I'm going to be playing Halo 2, and most likely by the end of Halo 2's campaign for the next 2 Fridays, or next 2-3 Fridays, I'm probably going to get spicy at the very end. Again, I'm going to get muy caliente again at the end of Halo 2. So most likely once I'm done with Halo 2 on a Friday night, the following Friday, we'll have another Final Fantasy XIV stream, and I will show you guys more of the world of Final Fantasy XIV, and truly dive deeper than I have tonight, and truly show you other things that happen here, like maybe fishing, because I didn't show you guys fishing yet, and I fucking love fishing in this game. And I'll tell you my fishing story next time as well. And then also then in November too, when Endwalker comes out in November, all of November, you guys, Final Fantasy XIV, almost 24/7 really. Like, all my usual streams are going to be converted over to Final Fantasy XIV streams, and we're gonna prep for Endwalker. And then Endwalker comes out, we're gonna play the Endwalker story. You guys are gonna see it firsthand, and then maybe some post content for Endwalker as well if they do come out with that stuff, and just really finish the story that we started 10 years ago, kind of thing, And it's bittersweet. It's bittersweet knowing that I'm coming to the ending of Final Fantasy XIV and the story of Final Fantasy XIV. Even though the story is going to continue, this is going to be the end of the original story of Final Fantasy XIV, and it's very bittersweet because I grew up with this. I've been playing with this game since I was 25. I'm 33 right now. Wait, am I? Yeah, yes, 33. I'm about to say 34. But I'm 33 right now, and it's been a long time coming. It's been a very long time coming, and I honestly can't wait. Can't wait for it. So if you guys are my friends and you want to come back, definitely come back. I hope you guys get to the end of Final Fantasy XIV. If you guys are new to Final Fantasy XIV, definitely pick it up. Definitely play it. And I know it's going to be slow at the very beginning, but keep at it. Truly keep at it. You will achieve something. Either you'll feel something inside your heart, you'll get the feels, get the mission stuff while playing, or you'll feel glad, you feel happy because you run into a new group of friends, or maybe just the gameplay, the graphics, the world, whatever it is, it's going to resonate with you. It's going to truly resonate with you. So don't just ride it out after the first 3 hours. Keep at it. Keep at it with the game. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So okay, you guys, that'll be it for my stream tonight. Thank you once again. Thank you deeply from the bottom of my heart. Thank you guys for everything tonight. And I'll be back tomorrow night with my survival horror stream with my continuation of Fatal Frame. I'm halfway. No. I'm like 65% done with that game, and maybe we'll finish it tomorrow night. I don't know. We're gonna take some selfies with Ghost, be like selfie time, and then Ghost will be like, oh my god, you gonna post on Instagram, kind of thing. So yeah. So make sure you guys check that out. That'll be tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Pacific, and yeah, it might be a longer stream. I'm feeling better now. So anyways, you guys, thank you so much. Hope you guys have a wonderful night, evening, morning if you're watching this in Australia, and yeah. I'll see you guys here in Final Fantasy XIV soon, but I'll see you guys tomorrow with my Fatal Frame. Alright? Anyways, you guys take care. Peace out, and happy adventuring, guys.